It's another great day in QuadRadio USA. Hello and welcome once again to Preseason 2018. I'm your host, Rodney Tomlin, and today, our guest, the number 2 GNCC XC1 Pro, Brycen Neal. Brycen, want to take this time to welcome you out and welcome to 2018, buddy. How's things going?
Real good. Just trying to stay warm in Ohio. We're on our way to ride right now. So.
Wow, Ohio. Dude, I'm in Ohio right now, and everywhere I walk, I sink up like to my knees in mud, man. I mean, it is bad, and I'm only about 30 minutes from you right now.
Yeah. Well, I've made it work. We've had some days where we've been able to ride in the dirt, but I got a sand and gravel pit that's about an hour drive for me. And I got a track set up that's just like Florida, gets real rough. No matter how much it rains, I can go there and ride any time. So bundle up for the cold, I'm fine. So,
wow.
Really, if I didn't have this place, and I couldn't stay in Ohio, but it's been a real help to me.
Wow. Well, we'll get to what you've been doing in Ohio this off season, but yeah, I'm that kind of makes sense, though, man. I mean, you know, people go down and train in the sand. Well, you've got sand there. The one thing they aren't training in right now is the extreme cold conditions that we could be faced with early in the spring, and that might give you an advantage when everybody else's hands are hurting and they're crying about how cold it is. You already be adjusted to that, man.
Yeah, there's been many 30-degree days riding where the hands are numb, the feet are cold in the bike. I had to make it work, you know what I mean? I worked with what I got. I made the decision to stay home, and it's worked out real good, and I'm happy with the decision. So I've bared the cold, so I'm just worried about the heat a little bit. Going to get up to 85 degrees down in Florida. I won't be sweating a lot. I'm going to have to drink a lot of fluids. But other than that, we're going to be good.
Well, Tuesday forecasted 80 degrees in Ohio, man. You might be able to get at least a taste of what that's going to be like.
Oh, I know. We're going to be in shorts and T-shirts, and it's going to feel like summertime.
Well, buddy, you know, I preach change. If you read any of the articles that I wrote, listen to much that I said last fall, change was a big note for me, and I felt there were a lot of changes on the horizon for a lot of people, myself included, and also big changes for you, man. I know we spoke a little earlier in the off season. Now we're just a few days prior to the start of the season now, and I just wonder how those changes are working out for you, man. I understand that you've kind of gone back to some grassroots stuff with Hauser Racing now.
Yeah, we made quite a few changes. We went back to Hauser Race products, their inert bars, and we're still on axis suspension. And the combo with 22, we did some shock testing, and we're really happy. Made some really good moves at Brycen down south. We stepped away from Coastal. I'm doing my own thing. I had some people step up and help me with a bike, and some things are looking really good. I made a change where it was CST tires now instead of Maxxis, and I'm actually really happy with the CST tires. They're really digging in. Been doing a lot of testing there, but just trying to work on all those weaknesses, and that's really basically been what's been going on this whole winter, just trying to strengthen those weaknesses. Yeah, a lot of gym. I've been doing a lot of road machine here lately. I come and go. Some days I want a road bike. Some days I like a mountain bike. But here lately I've been doing the road machine. And I just did yesterday, or 2 days ago, I did 31,000 meters in 2 hours. And that's a lot. And I've been doing a lot of long distance rows and stuff like that. So I'm in real good shape. So we're going to be ready. Yeah. Yeah, you know, I won 3 years in a row. I run Schoolboy AV Championship. I run College A. I run XC2. I won every step to this pro class. And the last 4 years, I mean, I've been consistent. I've been right there. I've been close. But it's a big learning curve, that XC1 pro class. And I've learned a lot, and that's basically all you can say. The best way you learn is from your mistakes and getting burnt and learning the hard way. That seems the only way I know how to learn. But, you know, this year I really feel more mature. I feel the most mature and the most level-headed I've ever come into a season. And I know what I need to do, and I'm not getting real hyper about it, just real cool, calm, and I'm just trying to go at it in a way that I've never really went at things in a way. And it's tough to explain whenever I'm explaining it how I am unless you understand. But when you look at Walker, man, what he did last year was nothing short than incredible. 12 wins out of 13 rounds and a second place in 13. And I watched your guys' interview with you, Ken Hill, and Digital Dave, and I I mean, I can't blame anyone for not wanting to pick Walker as the favorite going into the season. You know what I mean? That look at his resume, what he's done the last 3 years. But we're going to try to knock on his door. I'm the young guy, kind of like that new wave you talk about. Me and Walker's on that new wave, and I feel like this year we're going to give him a good run for his money at very many races, and the goal is to make it real interesting and get off that front line and try to make it more of the Walker and Brycen show of the battling of the new wave. You know what I mean? Show show what we got. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've been coming from the pack a lot. You know what I mean? I've come from the back. I've had the speed. I've had the fitness, you know what I mean? But I haven't been able to get up front with him and run with him. And I think me and him, if we get off the line at the same time, it's going to be an interesting show. So we're going to make it happen this year. Yeah, there's been many truck rides home with my dad. It's just like, man, Dad, I was this close. I was so close. If I just did this different. And man, you're getting beat is the best teacher. You know what I mean? Making mistakes, and I've got burned a lot. I've learned the hard way a lot. So this year I feel real mature. The program, it's tight. Everything's real good with me and my dad. We tested so many different things, and we feel real good coming to this year. And we're hoping to give it a strong 13 rounds and be where we're at, number 2, if not better, number 1 challenger walker for that championship. Oh yeah, that center of the box thing, it's been 4 years and I ain't won, and I can see how a lot of people would almost doubt me. You know what I mean? Like Neal, he's got the resume, he's consistent. You know what I mean? He's a good rider, but he ain't won, and I can't blame him. You know what I mean? I ain't won, but this year we're going to try to make it happen. You know what I mean? We got so many things coming on, a lot of good energy, good vibes, and we've danced around with different teams. You know what I mean? Coastal, I got to thank them for everything they did. They took great care of me. And Scott Kyrick and Barry Hawk, what they did for me, I appreciate it. And Tyler King, all the hard work they did. But I feel most comfortable where I'm at right now. And it's kind of like one of those things where me and my dad started this, and it's came back full circle to me and him. And it's back me and him together in the garage working together, and it just feels right. Well, I'm going to give it to you straight. What Walker did, like I said, is nothing short of incredible. And there's 5 of us. There's Adam, there's Chris, there's Jared, there's me, there's Walker. There's 5 of us that can win on any given day. There's 5 very solid riders that have all climbed to that thing. Then you got Devin Feehan coming in, and Marty Christopherson. People starting to catch on, but it don't deter me with Walker doing what he did last year. He did 12 or 13 rounds. A lot of rounds he came from the back and he won in a true grit way. And there's a lot of races to be had this year where I think we can. There's more I can leave on the table. Like last year, there's a lot of races I left where I was like, man, there's so much more I could have left on the table. And I felt like if I would have got off the start, I could have did something, but it don't matter. It don't matter because I didn't get off the start. And basically what's going to have to happen is I got to get off that line. I got to get my head out of my butt. And that's the biggest thing for me to. Yeah. Yeah. Walker, he's perfected his program. He's 12 out of 13 wins. He gets off the line solid. I think his worst start of the year was maybe a 5th place. And other than that, I mean, he's top 3 every race, and he gets out front. He sets his pace, and he runs. He distances himself. He stops that randomness from happening. And that's really the only way you're going to beat that guy is if you can get off the line and you can run with him inside. Oh, yeah. No one's perfect, but it's when he makes a mistake whenever he's a minute ahead, he's got a little time to work with, you know what I mean? But Walker, he's a solid dude. He's a good rider. But no way we're intimidated at looking back what he did last year. We're moving forward, and we're going to try to make it more interesting for the fans this year and give it all we can to try to make this a 2-horse championship race. You can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. My Instagram is Brycen_Neal, and that's basically what I love the most. Instagram is where I keep up the most to date. I do stories and posts like that. Facebook is kind of, I like it, but Instagram is the all-time favorite. So if you want to follow me there. We're going to head down Thursday to the race, and we'll be there Thursday night, do the race, and me and Dad's going to come back home and work on the bike. In the 2 weeks between South Carolina and Florida, we're going to hit the IXCR out there in Badlands if the weather is decently good, and then we'll roll down to Florida. We got a place to stay down there, and we'll be back north for the rest of the year. No, all winter, my job was just getting all my sponsors and focusing on my program. So I'm very fortunate to be able to do that, and thankful another year. And industry's getting tough, but we're fortunate enough to be able to focus entirely on racing, and that's the goal for this whole entire year. I just like to thank the new sponsors I got coming on board: CST, Hauser, everyone like that, anti-gravity batteries, Hammer Nutrition, and 343 Graphics, and people like that who stepped up and coming on board this year. I'd like to thank them. We'll see everyone around one, and it'll be what it'll be when the checkered flag falls. So hopefully, the plan, you know what I mean. I don't. We're just going to try to be consistent, and take it one race at a time, and not finish off that podium.